Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're not going to be reviewing either of these, not yet at least, because my good friend Zombie Corn sent me Clawdeen. He received a package from Mattel that featured her, and he already had both variants of her, so he offered to send me her, because I couldn't find this one in my area. She just doesn't exist. So thank you so much to my good friend Jay. I appreciate you. I love you, dude. So, yeah, it's time to review Clawdeen. I think I can make this area work. I just have to move everyone. By the way, here's Cleo and Ghoulia together because they're besties, now and forever. They will always be besties in my heart. In all of our hearts. And there we go. If we just push everything back into the back, we can put Clawdeen right here. By the way, I did order Deuce from Amazon, but mine came with his head detached. It just was not attached to his body. So, you know, I returned that. I'm just gonna get him somewhere, some other time down the line. Maybe I'll leave him and ask him for like a Christmas gift, because since I'm always buying dolls for myself, my parents don't know what to get me for Christmas ever. So I'll just say I don't have Deuce, and they'll be like, okay. Anyway, it's Clawdeen time. I'll admit, I have been itching to review this doll, because I'm hoping that it will change my mind on her. Her stock photos look good. I've seen people restyle her. She usually looks best when you take this little top knot thing down. I'm sorry, it's my least favorite part of her hairstyle. If y'all like it, power to you, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't feel like it works on this doll. She'd probably look better with her hair down. You know? I don't know. If you disagree, that's fine. We don't have to agree on everything. Here's our quick overview of Clawdeen's box. I'm still not big on her artwork because it makes her look way more dog-like than she should. I know that she's a werewolf, but like this face and this face look nothing alike. I think that's what irks me so much about Clawdeen's artwork. Down here we've got her pet Crescent, who seems to have been changed from a cat to a wolf. I don't know, maybe Crescent is still a cat, but I don't know. Turn the box around. Of course, we've got some little things for Clawdeen on the side of the box, most of which contain a moon. There's a moon on this thing. There's a moon here on this heart. There's a moon on her necklace. This is a moon. Like, we get it. She's a wolf. Did you know that she's a werewolf? Did you know Clawdeen's a werewolf and werewolves howl at the moon? She even has the moons on her earrings. She is a clawsome werewolf/human. Her monster must-haves are a fur-eliminator brush and blue moon spookies, which are cookies. Would you believe that her blue moon spooky is also shaped like a crescent moon? And her monster pet is Crescent, because Crescent is a phase of the moon. I sound way more annoyed than I want to. It's not annoying, it's just like, I feel like one thing this generation has been doing is overusing things. Like when you look at Ghoulia, there's brains all over her. Cleo doesn't have this issue. She's got some bandages here and there, it's not that bad. Frankie, of course, has a lot of lightning bolts, but they've always worn lightning bolts, so it's not like that's like brand new or anything. Plus, it's only present in a few places on them. Laguna doesn't really have anything yet. Draculaura's got hearts, but she's always worn hearts. With Clawdeen, it's just overdone with the moons. There's the phases of the moons on the front of her overalls, it's on her necklace. Even this shirt variant has little moons sprinkled into it. It's just like... Ugh. I like wearing moons too, but damn, ghoul. I just said damn ghoul, like damn girl. Let's open up the box now, and yeah, look at her. This variant's a lot cuter. I think it's just in the eyes. They're much smaller, they fit the face mold a lot better than the older variant with the other shirt that we had seen. So, yeah. I remember when we thought, oh, it's probably not a variant, it was probably just a good angle, but no, it ended up being a variant, and thank God. Rip this out for my collection. My trinkets. Yeah, I've been collecting the artworks. The only one I didn't get was Cleo's, because I threw it out before I started collecting them. So I was looking at all of her stuff fresh out of box, and I was like, I feel like something is missing. Because, like, this just doesn't feel like a whole lot of accessories. Like her purse, her 2 food items, her brush, her phone, her pet, the jacket. I look into the box. I did this with Deuce, too. How do I keep, like, unironically forgetting things like this? So obviously Claudeen's hair is poly, which is one of the worst hair textures a doll can have. Well, worst hair types, because the texture of this poly is not terrible. Like, it's still not good. It's still very dry, but compared to, like, the poly that, say, Bratzilla's up here, for instance, used, because in the 2010s, MGA could only get poly. It's all they could afford or something. It's definitely not as bad as it could have been. Like, let me show you one of my Bratzillas with their poly. So this is Sasha Bella from Bratzilla's, and as you can see, the edges of her hair, the ends are just fried. With Claudeen, it's like that too, but I would say that this poly is much worse. It's straight at least, so it's a little more manageable than this is. One of the only ways to deal with poly is through flat ironing, which I do not trust myself enough to do to my dolls. So I'm just gonna be stuck with Claudeen like this. I could try boil washing. Does anyone know if boil washing works? I never tried it on Sasha Bella's or any of my other Bratzillas, so I don't know. Just so you guys know, I'm not putting these on her face in this video. I don't like these frames, and I feel like her face looks a lot better without them. I really like the little side glance she has going on. Like, Draculaura fell over, so I brought her over here. Please stand. Kind of fun to imagine that they're looking at each other, because, you know, I think it's a little fruity of them to be the only characters with a side glance on their regular screenings, and they just happen to be looking at each other when you place them like this. I'm pushing this. I'm a firm believer that G3, Draculaura, and Claudeen are a couple. I wanted to put her in this, so it's very cute. It's very cute. It's a cute little piece. I was hoping it'd be a full-on jacket, but it's more of like a vest. Either way, it's very nice, and I think it goes with her outfit pretty well. So Claudeen's overalls have actually grown on me. I myself wear overalls sometimes. I have a really cute pair from Hot Topic that's half pink and half black, and kind of reminds me of that. It's very cute. I like her necklace piece as well. I do feel like the blue is a little clashy, a bit random, but it's still cute. It kind of does have like a gem-like look to it, but I think it's just painted, so I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. No idea. Her belt piece is cute as well. There's a little paw print on it. At least I think that's what that is. Yeah, it's just like a little chain belt. It's very cute. Oh, and by the way, mine has very warped fingers because of the phone. So, that's fun. Her fingers are all fucked up. See, these are what that's what they're supposed to look like. That's what hers look like. That's what she gets for being on that damn phone. This is her Blue Moon Spooky cookie, and it looks like there's a little bite taken out of it to make it look like a crescent, so you know what? I won't shit on that. That's kind of cute. This is her Furliminator brush, which is so small, but realistically I guess could be a hairbrush for her. I just made her hair worse. Thank you, Furliminator brush. She also has Howl Puffs, which are of course moon-shaped and have the original crescent printed on it. That's a cute reference, actually. It looks like the original crescent. It probably isn't. I might just be tricked because of how pixelated this is. Here is the new crescent as well. This one does not seem to have pixelated eye paint, similar to my Cleo. You know, my Cleo's pet, Tut. This looks like a button that you're able to press, but it's not. Overall, pretty cute. Feels very hollow, though. And here is Claudeen's purse, which is very greasy. Very bendable, too. And, of course, you could stick things in it. Like my thumb. I put all of her things in it. Except for that damn phone. Oh. Her case is kind of similar to Torali's. Mostly because of the animal at the top. The back print is nothing alike. The back print seems to have kept the moon phases, but also has cheetah print on it, similar to G1 Claudeen, because... Oh no, she does have cheetah print. Somehow I failed to notice that her overalls were cheetah printed. Am I stupid? I might be. So one of my least favorite things about the new head mold for her is that they included these little things on the side. Like these little earpieces. It's weird. It's not ears, obviously, because her ears are on top of her head, but it's like, I don't know if it's meant to help hold her glasses up, because I've heard from people that they don't even help. So it seems like they're just there to be there. I have no idea. In other news, her shoes are really cute. I really like Claudeen's shoes here. They're very cute, and I really like that she has real socks, because Toralei did not get those. Overall, G3 Claudeen is pretty nice. For the price you're paying, which is $25, she definitely shouldn't have poly hair. It should have been Saran. It's especially weird because everyone else has Saran. I showed Deuce like he has hair. But, it's just weird that she got done like this. Hopefully going forward after the budget and probably creepover lines, maybe the Innovation series will introduce Claudeen G3 to having non-poly hair. She deserves Saran. If any Mattel employees are watching this, please push for Claudeen to get Saran hair because poly is not built to last. It's just not good. Kids will ruin it. They'll make it all frizzy. I'm an adult and I've already ruined it and made it frizzy. So, just, food for thought. Here is G3 Claudeen alongside her original counterpart. And one thing I've seen people point out is that the new Claudeen has a slightly lighter skin tone than the original, and this fact does seem to be true. The original Claudeen has a darker tone than this one. I'm not sure why this change was made. Claudeen could have still been an Afro-Latina character while keeping her original skin tone, so it's a bit strange that she's lighter here. I don't know. That's just something that I've seen people point out, and seeing it in person, it is definitely true. So, that's weird. But there are other differences, such as the head mold. For instance, there was not molded fur around Claudeen's ears originally, but the new Claudeen does feature molded on fur inside of her ears. You can kind of see it peeking out there. Another big change, of course, is that Claudeen now has mostly purple hair compared to the original, who had fully brown hair. This doll does still have brown hair blended in with the purple, but I preferred fully brunette Claudeen, honestly. The eye color is different as well. Claudeen used to have yellow eyes, and now she has brown eyes. There's also, of course, the lack of freckles on this doll. She did not have freckles. Yeah, but their eyebrow shapes are kind of similar. I mean, these are obviously much thicker, but, that's probably one similarity. They both have necklaces. This Claudeen does not wear a skirt. They both have fur in their outfits. They both wear socks and purple shoes. So there are some things that stayed similar, but obviously the original Claudeen is very different to her new version. So, yeah. That's about it for comparisons. And obviously the original Claudeen did not have poly hair, because Monster High never used poly hair except for maybe in G2. Did G2 have poly hair at any point? I've heard that it did, but I don't know which dolls specifically. But anyway, that about does it. In short, I much prefer G1 Claudeen. I just feel like this was the perfect design for her, and with every reboot, it just hasn't felt the same. But this one is clearly, there was effort put into her, and I do still like her. Once again, though, I do want to change her hairstyle just to get rid of this little thing. It's not even an actual bun. They did an actual top knot on Toralei, on her fear-leading doll, but they couldn't do one on their main character. I feel like I've been very mean to this Claudeen, but I just feel like there was a lot they could have done better, giving her Saran hair, keeping her skin tone the same as the original Claudeen, not giving her freckles and this little nose. It's like the nose is fine, but I much prefer her without it. But yeah, that's about it. Overall, I do not dislike this doll, but I don't know, she's a little better in person. I feel like I'm more inclined to like her because she was a gift from my friend, after all. But yeah, I don't know. It probably also doesn't help that I have my original Gold Elastics Claudeen here, and I'm just kind of staring at her, I do really like the way that G3 Claudine and Draculaura look together, though. They're super cute. I feel like they were designed and meant to stand side by side with one another. It's adorable. They look great. Cleo's been photobombing every shot, as she should. She's the best G3 doll. But yeah, that's about it. Feel free to let me know what you guys think of G3 Claudine in the comments below. And as always, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!